We often hear the advice, drinking water right after waking up is a great habit for your health. And that's true, in many cases. However, an important aspect is rarely mentioned. Drinking water in the morning, if done incorrectly, can sometimes do more harm than good, especially for older adults. Sounds surprising, doesn't it? After all, water seems harmless, but the truth is more complex. As we age, our bodies change, slowly, quietly, but significantly. What worked well in your 30s or 40s may no longer suit your 60s, 70s, or beyond. It's not that you're doing something wrong, but that your body now requires more gentle care and thoughtful attention. Keep in mind that your body has been through many seasons of life. Your heart, liver, kidneys, and digestive system have all carried a heavy load over the years. When you wake up in the morning, your body is in its most sensitive state. Hormones are shifting, blood pressure is still stabilizing, the stomach is empty, and your muscles are just beginning to wake up. Pouring a large amount of water into this system without preparation can overwhelm the body, even if it's just a glass of plain water. In this video, we'll share 5 common mistakes people make when drinking water in the morning. You may have never noticed them before, but these seemingly small habits can impact your health more than you might think. After watching, you'll not only know what to avoid, but you'll also feel more confident in taking care of your body. Gently, safely, and effectively, starting from the very first moments of your day. Mistake number 1. Drinking water on an empty or overly full stomach, especially after taking medication. One seemingly harmless habit that can have a significant impact on health, especially for older adults, is drinking water at the wrong time, particularly when combined with medication. Many people take their medication right after waking up, accompanied by a full glass of water. Others, after having a heavy breakfast, drink even more water with their medication in hopes that it will go down more easily. While these actions may stem from a desire to take better care of one's health, they can trigger unwanted reactions in the body. When medication is taken on an empty stomach and followed by a large amount of water, the stomach, still in a resting state, may become irritated. This can lead to nausea, bloating, acid reflux, or a dull discomfort in the upper abdomen. On the other hand, taking medicine with a large volume of water right after a full meal can overload the digestive system, which is already busy processing food. As a result, the body's ability to absorb the medication may be reduced, limiting its effectiveness. In addition, fatigue, sluggishness, or general discomfort in the morning may stem from these small, often overlooked habits. The solution is very simple and doesn't require any major changes. Instead of drinking a full glass of water, just take a small sip, enough to swallow your medication. Avoid drinking water that is too cold or consuming it too quickly after taking medicine, as this can easily cause mild stomach cramps. If the medication must be taken on an empty stomach, it's best to wait 30 to 45 minutes before eating breakfast. This time allows the medication to be absorbed effectively without interfering with the digestive process afterward. By making a small adjustment to your morning routine of drinking water and taking medication, you may notice a clear improvement in how your body feels. More comfort, better digestion, and fewer unexpected reactions. Sometimes, even something as simple as a sip of water, if taken at the wrong moment, can disrupt the delicate balance your body needs at the start of the day. Mistake number 2. Using plastic bottles to store water overnight. Many people habitually keep a bottle of water next to their bed so they can conveniently drink it first thing in the morning. At first glance, this may seem like a sensible routine, even a part of a healthy lifestyle. However, the real concern doesn't lie in keeping water by your bedside, but in the type of bottle you're using, especially if it's made of plastic. Many people, either for convenience or to save money, reuse plastic bottles multiple times or repurpose store-bought plastic bottles to hold water overnight. when these plastic bottles are left in a closed environment, like a bedroom, which may warm up during the night. The materials in the plastic, particularly chemicals such as BPA, bisphenol A, can gradually leach into the water. BPA is a substance that has been scientifically shown to disrupt hormones and negatively affect important functions such as thyroid activity, blood pressure regulation, and blood sugar levels, all of which are critical to the health of older adults. Even bottles labeled BPA-free are not necessarily completely safe. Recent studies have shown that to replace BPA, manufacturers often use similar compounds such as BPS or BPF, which may also disrupt the endocrine system. Though these alternatives have not been as extensively studied as BPA. This means that plastic bottles, even those marketed as safe, may still pose risks, especially when exposed to heat or prolonged light. It's important to pay attention to the material of the containers you use to store water, particularly if you habitually keep water overnight. Instead of plastic, it's better to choose glass or stainless steel bottles, which are much safer and non-reactive to changes in temperature. Refill your bottle with fresh water each morning and avoid reusing water sitting out overnight. Sometimes, a small change, such as switching the bottle you use, can significantly affect your overall health. This is especially true as the body enters a stage of life where every small detail deserves greater care and attention. Mistake number 3. Drinking cold water in the morning on an empty stomach. Many people start their day with a glass of cold water, believing it will help them feel more awake and refreshed. However, this habit can have the opposite effect, especially when the cold water is consumed on an empty stomach. After a long night of rest, the body enters a deep recovery state. Internal organs slow their activity, heart rate decreases, and blood vessels slightly constrict to retain warmth and conserve energy. As you wake up in the morning, your entire system is still in a gentle startup mode. Introducing a sudden flow of cold water into the body at this time can act like a shock, abruptly stimulating the digestive and circulatory systems. The sensation of cold in the stomach, shivering, lightheadedness, or even a mild headache can occur immediately after drinking cold water. This happens because the stomach experiences sudden constriction and the blood vessels narrow even further, restricting blood circulation. These reactions are usually minor for younger individuals since the body is still flexible and adapts quickly. However, as we age, the circulatory and digestive systems become more sensitive, metabolism slows down, and sudden changes like this can cause the body to become unbalanced. Moreover, cold water can reduce the body's natural ability to wake up its internal organs in the morning. Instead of supporting a smooth transition into alertness, cold water forces the organs into a defensive mode, tightening up, slowing down, or becoming temporarily unstable. This affects how the body feels in the morning and indirectly impacts digestion, nutrient absorption, and overall energy levels for the rest of the day. Therefore, instead of cold water, starting your day with a glass of warm water or water at room temperature is best. This is an ideal choice to gently awaken the body, stimulate bowel movements, promote healthy blood circulation, and create favorable conditions for the digestive system to function smoothly. Warm water also helps slightly thin the blood, supporting detoxification through the liver and kidneys, all of which are especially beneficial right after waking up. Remember, in the morning, gentleness is key. Don't let a small habit like drinking cold water become a hidden factor that disrupts the natural balance your body needs to begin the day in a calm, stable state. Mistake number 4. Drinking water too quickly or all at once right after waking up. Many people habitually reach for a glass of water and drink it all the moment they open their eyes, believing that the faster, the better for their health. In reality, this approach can trigger unwanted reactions in the body, especially during the sensitive transition period at the start of the day. When you first wake up, your body is still shifting from a state of rest to a state of activity. Heart rate gradually increases, blood pressure stabilizes, blood vessels slowly dilate, and the stomach lining, inactive throughout the night, is still half asleep. Pouring a large amount of water into your system at this time creates sudden pressure on organs that are still operating at a gentle pace. The stomach may experience mild spasms, leading to bloating, nausea, or brief dizziness. Some people also experience a rapid heartbeat or an unexplained sense of anxiety after drinking water too quickly in the early morning. This results in the body being suddenly overstimulated, causing the sympathetic nervous system to become more active than necessary immediately upon waking. For older adults, whose circulatory systems are often more sensitive, this can easily lead to lightheadedness or a loss of balance. Drinking water in the morning is beneficial and necessary, but how you drink it is just as important. The simplest and most effective approach is to start slowly. Sit up gently, take a few deep breaths, and then sip small amounts of water, giving your body time to adjust and absorb it properly. This process only takes 10 to 20 minutes, allowing your digestive and circulatory systems to ease into their roles without strain. Remember, your body is like an engine just starting up in the morning. It needs a gentle approach to function smoothly. Don't let your first glass of water become a shock to your system simply because you were in a hurry. A few slow, mindful sips may be all it takes to start your day feeling healthier and more at ease. Mistake number 5: skipping breakfast and only drinking water. Many people have recently adopted modern dieting trends such as intermittent fasting. One common approach is to skip breakfast and only drink water, believing it will help cleanse the body, feel lighter, and make weight loss easier. However, this practice may not be suitable for older adults, especially as the body's need for nutrition and energy balance becomes more delicate with age. After a long night, the body has already used up most of its stored energy to maintain essential life functions. If no nourishment is provided the following morning and only water is consumed, a mild drop in blood sugar is likely to occur. As a result, older individuals may experience fatigue, trembling hands, irritability without a clear reason, difficulty concentrating, and, in some cases, even temporary memory loss or mental fog. It's important to remember that from middle age onward, metabolism and blood sugar regulation are no longer as quick or efficient as they were in younger years. Skipping breakfast can put the body into a defensive mode, creating biological stress on the nervous and endocrine systems. When the brain lacks glucose, its primary fuel source for alertness and cognition, memory, reaction time, and mood can all be noticeably affected, even in someone who otherwise feels healthy. The good news is that breakfast doesn't need to be elaborate. A simple, balanced meal, such as a boiled egg, a few slices of whole grain bread, or some fruit with a handful of almonds, is enough to help stabilize blood sugar, fuel the brain, and lay the foundation for a clear and energized morning. If you still wish to follow an intermittent fasting routine, it's best to consult a nutritionist to adjust the plan based on your age, health condition, and personal biological rhythm. For older adults, a light but nourishing breakfast may be the key to keeping the body balanced, preventing fatigue, and maintaining mental clarity throughout the day. The simplest things, like a glass of water, can begin to take on new meaning over time. It's not the water that has changed, but our bodies that have quietly transformed over the years. What once felt effortless in our 20s now calls for greater care, gentleness, and understanding. That's why, with just a few small adjustments, you can turn an ordinary habit into something deeply beneficial for your health. Start by choosing warm water, or water at room temperature each morning. It's easier for your body to accept, especially after waking. Drink slowly in small sips so your stomach isn't overwhelmed and your body has time to absorb naturally. Avoid using old plastic bottles or leaving water overnight, as they can silently introduce unwanted chemicals into your system. When taking medication, be mindful of how much water you drink and when you take it so the medicine works effectively without upsetting your digestion. And just as important, don't skip breakfast. A simple, balanced morning meal can help stabilize blood sugar, fuel your brain, and provide a strong foundation for a focused, steady day. If anything, you've just read that made you reflect on your current habits. It means you're still learning, adapting, and taking steps to live better each day. In truth, the most powerful expression of self-care is not in grand gestures, but in the quiet act of paying attention to your body and choosing to care for it gently and consistently, in the smallest of ways. Remember, it's never too late to begin caring for yourself more deeply, starting with the simplest things. Thank you for taking the time to listen and reflect with us. Taking care of your health doesn't always have to begin with something big. Sometimes small and familiar habits, like how you drink water each morning, can bring about lasting change for both body and mind. If you found these insights helpful, don't hesitate to share them with your loved ones, friends, or neighbors. A simple reminder, a gentle shift in daily routine might help someone feel better, live lighter, and be more at ease. Health is not just a personal journey. It's a gift we can share with others. And if you'd like to continue receiving calm, practical, and easy-to-follow health tips like this, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Each new video will be another small step toward helping you understand your body better, nurture balance, and live more fully, day by day. Because health, whether it comes from a glass of water, a deep breath, or a quiet pause, is always worth valuing and protecting, not just for today, but for the journey of living well and peacefully in the years ahead.